Starting tomorrow, we have a new side game, and it comes in the May celebration. And one we're going to go ahead and preview it. And what it looks like we're going to get tomorrow will be a Warlander horse and a Peach animal stall. So that event will start tomorrow. And how we know that starts tomorrow is go up to the news board and it tells us that. Visit the Peach Animal Stall to meet a new friend. Complete quest to upgrade the Peach Animal Stall, reach level 10, and receive a surprise animal. And it begins May 18th. So this is like a lot of the other, events that we've had over here. And what you need to do is go to one of your group page. Like in our group page under media, somebody will always post like what the steps are to these animals. And like you're seeing here, you'll see the animal 3 times that we got the last time. So there's 3 different steps to doing it. So I just take a look at these steps and kind of go through them. Tend to neighbor's farm. This was the product that was then. It was in February. The romantic raspberries. Do board orders. You had to make, potato starch, potato bread. Do a crop experiment. You had to do board orders, visitor orders, request something in the swap meet, animals, feed them and collect the food, do a crop experiment, visitor orders again. There were quite a few boat ones in the last one too, so I'll kind of show you how to go through those to hold on to them so that you can, continue going instead of having to wait for your next boat. They have catching nets, collect fish. It just depends on what level you are. There's a low level, a medium level, and a higher level, and there'll be different steps for everybody. Collect in the mind, Hafed, make things in the jewelry. It just depends on what level you are. Do olive bills 1 time, and that seems to come up. I think it came up like 3 times last time, so truly you would take a day to do it. And there was the animal that we got. So what you do is come over to your farm, and what they were saying about, there's Nancy. I'm sorry, I'm going to decline you, Nancy. In the swap meet here, see, I've actually requested things in my swap meet, but you'd go in and request things in your swap meet. That was one of the things. You collect coins in your market stand, so make sure you've got, some things going in there that will sell before you do the event. Make sure you're even filled up, possibly. And one of the things I was wanting to show everybody, because I always hear people say nobody buys from my stand, why doesn't my stand get sold out? If nobody goes in and buys in your stand, the game will actually buy the things in your stand. And that's what this is. When you see one of the characters from the game itself, like Granny, you'll know that the game came in and bought your things out. And those are, actual people that went in and bought it out. So make sure you have, your coins stacked up in there. Maybe set your bill order up so that when it says do bill 1 time, 3 times, or to finish it, you have everything set up. Make some chickpea flour and plant some sugar cane for that. I think a couple times it's had you spin your wheel too. So make sure you've got, a ticket or 2 for your free spin down there. Make sure your Hafed's set up, so we'd need to kind of make these things and get them ready. The mine, go in and make sure I have 608 out of 650. So if I get a mine task, I go in and I see that I have plenty of tools, so I'll be able to do that one too. The research lab, normally I will have things that are completely done in there. And I don't this time because of guild, because I put in the white roses and the black olives because they only take like 10 minutes. So I try to get that task done pretty quickly. So any other time I'll make sure that they're ones that actually do work. And then if you need to get rid of some of your crystals for, your mine, if your mine is full, you go ahead and you can make a couple potions with them. Or come over to the construction garage and see if you have enough to, you know, get one of your machines improved. So what you would also do is make sure that if you have to use any extra things, like make sure you have your barn down, your silo down so you can collect things. Make sure that I went ahead and made a couple lemon juice because there's always like a cherry juice or like a watermelon drink that requires those that you have to make. So I went ahead and did those. Make sure you've got your flowers built up. Make sure your takeout orders is ready to go. If there are ones you didn't want to do, make sure you trashed them so you can get the next ones coming. If you have more than one machine for a product, I would go ahead and fill one of your machines up, leave the other one empty because sometimes they'll have you collect things and sometimes they'll have you make things. So we need to make sure, you know, we have the things ready to make those. So if I have to make them, you know, now I can do that. So I have everything ready to go over here. If you end up having to fill a machine like say the pie and you have pies already on it, go ahead and get your barn pretty filled up. Like you could collect the things for it because we know it's taro, cream, and oat flour. So we could just go ahead and bulk up on enough of them like that. So now our barn's full, so we could come in here and make a few of them if we need to. Just like that. And then just fill it up again if you have to make more. And there wasn't really anything, I believe, in the Secret Spring that was one you had to do. But if you do, you could go in. They may ask you to do the trading post or something. They may want you to do a lucky parcel, but I don't ever actually remember that happening. So make sure all your trees are there. I'm missing a pine cone tree. Sorry, I couldn't think of the name for a second. So I'm going to go ahead and make sure I have all my trees there in case I need one. And like I said, with your boat, if you have things in your boat like already started, like I already have these on the machine, I have those in the Secret Spring, so I wouldn't fill any of these before it starts. But then it'll ask if you know for you to fill 3 slots on Kate. So you'd go ahead and do 3, but leave the rest because you may have another boat come in like the next go round. So make sure you have everything planted. Like we should probably go ahead and plant some oats because we know that a lot of these things take oat flour. And then maybe some sugar cane too, so we can finish, you know, Bill's order. So you can always do this. If you need to plant something, go like this, go like that, and then it comes up and you can just plant it easily, find it easily instead of having to search for it. And visitor orders. Make sure you got your visitor orders set up. Oh, we need 14. We're probably not going to be doing that one, so let's trash that one. And the baked turkey, our bakeries are pretty filled up, so we probably won't. Go ahead and collect my lucky stars, lucky parcels. One of them was a spinning wheel. Make sure you have plenty of spins for your wheel. And different things like that. And you visit your neighbors too was one of them. So come down here, see who needs some help. Let's go help Jenny. Let's see what she needs. So we come over, see if we can fill anything at Jenny's. We can't, but helping them means you do maybe some crops or something. She always likes them right in a row, so we'll do them right up in a row with her. And she's got. Let's go ahead and help her out a little bit while we're here. And then when we come back, if she goes ahead and collects those, that's what we just pulled off of the mailbox. You know, when you help somebody, you get those back. You get the lucky parcels back. And We did not have any, but that was from before. We had 13 of them. So now always keep up with this because you're only allowed 50. Once you pass 50, you just lose them. So let's choose a couple, collect them. We only have 3, so we can't play again. All right, and remember that you always have things in your inventory too. Like sometimes if you need to make things, you might have the products in your inventory. Like say one of the things was, to come down here to the jewelry and make cufflinks twice. So we might have had those in the inventory to check on. And that's pretty much, how you prepare for this game tomorrow and any other stable game or any storybook. They always pretty much ask you to do the same things. Like, here's the storybook. So if there was a new storybook that they had you doing, you'd find it there and do what you need to do. Board orders. I forgot board orders. Make sure you got your board orders set up so that, if a board order comes up, you've got it ready to go. And I mean, just set up as many as you possibly can before the event starts. And that pretty much does it for how to get ready.